Hello, everyone. I'm ZHAO Chuang. Let's draw the head of Cretoxyrhina today. The Cretoxyrhina was one of the first large sharks that emerged in the age of dinosaurs. It had many similarities with today's sharks, especially the great white shark, both in hunting abilities and their general appearance. This time, we'll not draw its head only, but a front view, which highlights the head and shows other parts of its body as well. From this angle, we can carefully draw the entire shape of its mouth, as well as the positions of its eyes, nostrils, etc., and present some details that cannot be seen from the side. When drawing the front view, since its head is at the frontmost, most of its body is blocked. Due to the perspective relationship, the body parts nearer to us are bigger than those at the back. Therefore, when drawing, the first thing to consider is composition. The widest part is between its fins, and we leave some space for them. When drawing its head, we should put it in the middle and draw it relatively small, leaving enough room for other parts of its body. Now let's start drawing the head of the Cretoxyrhina. We draw it in an almost front view. First, let's determine its approximate position on the paper. We'll start with the nose. The nose is about here, and the upper part of the nose tip should be here. From the front, one of its eyes is probably here, the eye on the other side should be here. And the distance between them is about this far. The mouth should be wider, starting from here with an open look. The left cheek is about here, while the facial muscles on the right side are probably here, and its gills are located posteriorly. Once we've determined these positions, we can start drawing a Cretoxyrhina step by step. We begin with its nose. Viewed from the front, the top of its nose appeared flat. Its nose was relatively pointed, but from this angle, it was not like that. We draw some patterns at the lower part of the nose, to show the sense of volume and make it look a bit pointed. Then we move on to draw its eyes. It had large eyes, an important feature of the Cretoxyrhina. We can highlight the top of the eyes and then draw its pupils. As the eyes of sharks are facing the sides, its eyes would appear narrower when viewed from the front. We can only see a tiny part of the other eye. Next, let's draw its mouth. We are going to draw a closed mouth. After outlining the mouth, we can slightly draw the muscles on each side. Its mouth was curved downward, which gives it an unhappy look. This is the lower jaw. Then we draw some teeth. As for the Cretoxyrhina, there were several rows of small teeth in the middle, and large ones on both sides. These teeth were arranged in rows. We can draw some shadows between the teeth to give them more depth. Now, let's outline its entire face. Behind the eyes, we can draw a blowhole here. Next, let's draw its gills. From here, we can draw 5 gills in total. Then we move on to its lower jaw. Belly. And back. There was a group of muscles at the top of its back, and a group of muscles on the sides of its body. So there's a gap or a boundary here. We can show it like this. Then, let's draw its fins. Start from a thin pair of pectoral fins at the front. Located further away were the pelvic fins. This was the anal fin, and behind it was the tail or caudal fin. There was a group of muscles on the sides of its tail. The caudal fin above looked pointed. Then there come the shark's iconic dorsal fins, and the second dorsal fin is blocked by the body and invisible from this angle. Next, let's draw its nose. It's quite far away, about this far. Now, let's add some details. In the beginning, in order to give a three-dimensional effect to the nose, we drew a boundary line of the colors. We can now improve it. Due to the frequent opening and closing of the mouth, sharks have some folds formed on the parts above the mouth and under the nose. Around this area were some sensory organs. Stubble like tiny dots called ampulla of Lorenzini. We can also draw some wounds around the mouth that were commonly on sharks. And some folds below as well. Good, like this, we've finished drawing the head of Cretoxyrhina.